I decided to become a drummer. And yes, this is a new video series sharing you my journey of turning me and you a serious finger drummer. Hope you can learn and practice with me and become better. Let's go. By the way, welcome to my new apartment. As a one-man band, I have to know how to utilize a lot of instruments. I can play guitar, it's my native one. Therefore, I can also play a little bit bass. And since I play synthesizers in my real-life band, I can also play a tiny little bit of a keyboard. But not too much. And when you can play multiple instruments, the most interesting benefit, in my opinion, is that you can get different perspectives from different players. Even though everyone is serving the same song, they still got their own tricks. But after years of hanging with music, I realized that I never tried to learn to play drums seriously, like a real drummer. Of course, I've used my QWERTY keyboard and mouse for typing my drum notes into my DAW. But it's just not as efficient as actually playing them out. And since for most of the time, I do everything on my own, the desire of becoming a drummer just gets stronger and stronger. I want to get more details of the tricks and the mindset a drummer would actually use. That'll definitely help me become a better musician. So recently, I finally pulled my trigger. I decided to become a drummer, but with a different approach. I don't want to purchase another furniture to our tiny apartment anymore. And by furniture, I mean the whole drum set. You know, usually they are made from wood and metal accessories. And usually they will also take up a lot of living space, just like a furniture. But a useless one, because it couldn't store anything. And let's face the truth, you won't use them that often. Actually, I bought my wife a set of electronic drum years ago as a birthday present. But I was just too harsh on her training, so she eventually gave up, leaving the drum set collecting dust, just like most of my hardware gears. So yeah, definitely no more furniture. But how can I play drums without buying a drum set and annoying my families and neighbors? Actually, it's easy. Finger drumming with a MIDI keyboard. But hey Michael, why do you choose this keyboard instead of ones with 4x4 rubber pads? That's not a proper finger drumming tool, in my opinion. Okay, I totally know what you mean. And my initial idea is also buying a pad controller. And I bought a lot of them. Ones from Korg, Akai, Native Instruments, Novation, you name it. I almost tried each and every model. Only the good-looking ones, of course. But after playing them for a while, I found my finger knuckles will get hurt by hitting those rubber pads because I want to play with dynamics, meaning sometimes I need to play really hard on those pads, which doesn't move that much. Therefore, there is no buffer for my finger to rest, and it feels like jumping down from the second floor, landing with one of your leg. It really hurts. And I also think this is one of the reasons why those finger drummers you would see on Instagram or YouTube would turn off the velocity sensitivity on their rubber pads just to get an even result on the triggered sound's volume. But with a black and white keyboard, your finger have a lot of treble space to rest, so it won't hurt your finger knuckles that much. And this shape of instrument have been existing for 100 years for a reason. Okay, for the sake of my finger's health, let's choose the keyboard. But how is the drum set mapped to so many black and white keys? It must be really annoying. Actually, I don't need to remap the drum set to keyboard at all. I just utilize the general MIDI mapping for electronic drum, which is really common among professional drum plugins, including GarageBand. I mean, all the drum kits in GarageBand. And it is really convenient. C1 for kick, C2 for snare, and F# for the hi-hat. With the general MIDI mapping, you can quickly switch to different drum sets, but still playing with your same muscle memory. It's really convenient. But the most fun part of finger drumming, in my opinion, is to play with other instruments. And this is just the start of my training. My plan is to translate and practice as much drum patterns as I could, so one day I can be a master of finger drumming and play live shows in front of the audience. And I want to share you my journey with this video series, showcasing you that everyone can start from zero and become a master. And just like what I always deliver in Gas Therapy, that you don't need to buy fancy hardware or software to start playing music. For finger drumming, you only need a cheap 25-key MIDI keyboard. For the software, if you are using Mac or iOS, then you can just use GarageBand. If you are on PC, then you can use your favorite DAW with free plugins. I'll put the link in the description. I will put all my play-along materials on my Patreon. And when you are watching this video, there will be 34 videos already published, and there will be more, currently multiple updates each week. Come and join my Patreon if you're interested, link in description. And I also prepared a AASamplePlayer project file, including a drum set I sampled and remapped, just to make sure that it is easy for you to practice or perform finger drumming, no matter where you are. The easier you can practice, the quicker you can get better. And this AASamplePlayer project is included with the Finger Drummer 101 tier on my Patreon. You can also unlock all of my secret videos and my plugin with the same tier, link in description. That's enough for the new video series announcement. I need to go practice, and so do you.